Hi, I'm Julia Keller. I teach at Learning for Life Charter School in Marina, California, and I teach grades 7 through 12 at-risk students. The personalized action plans allow for each student to work on their own unique curriculum, basically, based on their needs. We use it with middle schoolers to support skill building and development, as well as with high schoolers who are having a hard time accessing traditional curriculum. The data is rich and it's deep, and it really helps with differentiation. IXL has contributed to ELL student success by meeting each student where they're at and then helping them build ELA skills from their level. We make use of the LPAC skill plan for our ELLs to help them prepare for the LPAC here in California. Well, on an everyday basis, I use several different reports in IXL. I use the LevelUp Diagnostic results and the LevelUp benchmark growth reports to track how our students are doing throughout the school year. I use this data to present to our board. We use it in our WASP reports, and it just allows me to track student growth over the course of the year. IXL has helped me tremendously to differentiate in the high school classroom. Working with at-risk students, we often get kids who are all over the map in terms of abilities and academic history. Many have missed a lot of school in the past and are not working anywhere near their grade level. So IXL helps me meet the kids where they're at and then build skills with them until they can access our regular curriculum. While a large portion of our students are working significantly below grade level, I will often turn off the grade levels on their results so that kids don't feel bad about being a 10th grader working on a second grade math skill. Also, realizing that they don't have to be perfect to be proficient is huge for a lot of these kids. Once they have their action plan, I have them go in and work on those skills, and I only ask them to get to a SMART score of 80, which indicates they're proficient. And that seems far more attainable to them than reaching a perfect score. For our school, since we are independent study, the kids also really appreciate being able to navigate help when they need it through diamond skills, videos, and working through an example. So again, they can use this very independently alongside their independent study curriculum. I administer the LevelUp Diagnostic at the beginning of the year and the end of the year so that we can see growth over time for our students. And then we can also take this longitudinally to see growth year over year for individual students as well as for our entire school. We have seen a lot of change, and it's not just in the traditional ways that you would think. Yes, we have seen a change in the sense that kids are gaining skills by working those action plans, practicing those skills, moving their way up the ladder. But the other thing we have noticed is that it's making standardized testing a lot less scary, and it has really helped our high stakes testing. Kids realize they can take an assessment and not be stressed about it, and this helps them to understand that assessments are helping them to grow. And so we find that when they do face a high stakes test from the state, whether that's the LPAC for our English language learners or the CASP or any of these other tests we have in California, they're much more relaxed and confident in their ability to do an assessment. Even though we're an independent study school, all of our kids do come to campus for a few hours a week, and they work in what we call pods. And in those pods, if we have 20 kids in a pod, we literally will have kids working anywhere from a kindergarten to a 12th grade level, even though they're grades 7 through 12. So when we work in IXL, it allows me to have each kid working at their individual grade level. And for those kids that are at grade level or higher, IXL is pushing them into higher skills, while I can then focus my efforts on those kids that are really just trying to get to grade level. So it kind of acts like small group differentiation without me having to be 12 different teachers in different places at the same time. Every day I am finding new ways to use IXL. This platform is so rich and so vast in terms of what it can do and the data it can give you and how it can support students. I feel like even though I've been working with IXL for a few years, every day I'm figuring out something new. Even other educators at my school are coming to me saying, hey, do you think we could use IXL for this? And we'll sit down. I say we're continually discovering new ways that we can use IXL to support our students and our families.